I want to speak to you just for a couple of minutes. I think it's important as we try and keep you abreast of the information as best as we have it. And we did get a new order, just actually came out 2 days ago. It was actually posted on the 11th of June, but we got an official copy of it here at the church. And I want to draw your attention to a couple of things, and that is simply this: nothing has changed. There are no new bits of information for us as a church. We're still under the same order. And the reason I wanted to show you that, and if we can zoom in, I'll have the cameras do it. But this is not a suggestion. This is actually a law. And so for those of you that have continued to write and email and say, well, such and such a church is meeting, such and such a church has children's ministry, such and such a church has chosen to do something different. I will refuse to speak for those churches that you're referencing, but I can tell you what this actually says. It is addressed to me, and it says, by order of the health officer of the County of Los Angeles, Department of Public Health. And it further states, please read this order carefully. And I would encourage you to go online. You can read this for yourself, but probably you'd have a tough time finding it. It's buried on the website fairly deeply. A violation or failure to comply with this order is a crime punishable by fine, imprisonment, or both. California Health and Safety Code 120-295, Los Angeles County Code 11.02.080. Why am I telling you that? Because it's not an option. It is not an option for us to decide that we're going to fill this sanctuary with people. We have been ordered by a law just the same as we have been ordered to not rob banks, not steal one another's property, not speed at 100 miles an hour down the freeway. It is not an object for debate. It is a law. And we believe that as the law states, it is for the public's health and for their safety, for those that might still be at risk. And I want to share with you a very prominent reason, which was published yesterday in the Los Angeles Times regarding a church, and I will leave their name out of it. You can find it for yourself in Union City, Oregon. This church chose to violate that state's order, that state's law, and met at full strength. They filled their entire sanctuary full of people. They did it more than once. They held a couple of weddings. They held a graduation ceremony. And then they got an order from the state health department that someone in their body had tested positive for COVID-19. As it stands right now, they are responsible singularly for the worst outbreak of COVID-19 in the entire state. They have now tested that church body, and 66% of the entire congregation is infected with COVID-19, including 16 people who are currently in intensive care. And so before anyone decides that they want to send me another note and tell me that I'm not being brave and I'm not following the Lord, I'm going to tell you once again, we are not breaking the law. We're going to continue to do what we're doing right now until it is deemed safe by those governing officials that the Lord has put over us, according to Romans chapter 13 and many other passages, 1 Timothy, 1 Peter as well. So please bear with us as we do our very best to keep one another safe. And where we have been given permission, as we will do next week, we'll meet with marrieds, we'll meet with the ladies' studies twice, and we'll meet with the men's study, and we'll look for opportunities where we can be in full compliance without endangering anyone, and making sure that we are doing our part to end this thing. Because the last thing in the world I want to be responsible for is a news article on the front page of the Los Angeles Times saying that the reason we're going to be locked down until Christmas is because of Calvary Chapel South Bay spreading this virus to thousands of people. And so thank you for being kind, and thank you for being respectful, and thank you for following what the law actually says and being the people of character that I know you are. You are a blessing to me, and to that end, we are going to continue to do virtually what we've been doing, which is study God's Word.